What if I told you that the number one thing holding you back from having that ultimate comfortable life, where you know you can be taking care of everyone around you, all the people that mean the most of you, taking care of yourself, you know, buying the nice clothes, feeling good, going to the best gyms, eating the best food. What if I told you that's all because right now you're literally living in the most comfortable way you can? It sounds like a bit just opposing, but let you tell you my story firstly. So when I was 16, I remember being in McDonald's, lovely place to be, and there was basically this 18-year-old girl, and she was saying to everyone that she had 10K saved up. Not like boasting, but just part of the conversation. She had 10K saved up, and I remember sitting there and thinking, what the fuck, how can you be 18 with 10K in the bank? And from that moment, I made it like my absolute mission to save up 10K. I had like some side hustles online, absolutely fucking grinding at them, stacking up some cash. And then for the next couple of years, I was known as the guy that had the money. You know, I had like a good few G's in the bank. I was loaning my friends all the time. Then when I was 17, I landed an IT apprenticeship because I dropped out of sixth form, had absolutely nothing, landed on my feet with that IT apprenticeship. And then I was working, you know, on like 20 to 30K a month, depending on overtime and like extra trips of work. I was doing decent for that age in a 9 to 5 if you want to like really settle for that. And that really made me comfortable. I got to that 10K and I was just like, okay, I've got 10K, nothing changed. I just kept stacking up the money. So I just like wanted more and more and more. And it was all it was doing was like sitting there like, yeah, sure, it was in an ISA or whatever. Like it was getting 10% a year. What to do, like, you know? With that, the 30K salary, I also had a 30K company car. I had a girlfriend and I was so comfortable, man. So comfortable living at home. Like I didn't really have any expenses at all. And this money just kept stacking up and stacking up and stacking up. And I was settling, like not even just in that area of my life, but also settling in the gym, settling in my relationship, settling with literally every single thing I was doing. And it was just like making me average. Like, yeah, sure, I was ahead for a 17-year-old, but if I carried on like that, I'd end up with maybe like, I don't know, nice cars, big fat house. But by the time I'm 50 or 60, and I'd still have to go through another 30, 40 years of working 9 to 5 every single day and never going off and seeing the world, never having complete freedom, never having like business work for me. I'd be the one working for someone else and building their dreams. And that's where I realized, if I want to own one of them yachts that sits in these fat marinas when I go on my like 5-day holidays, because I can't like go and just go off for a month. If I want to have one of them yachts, this is not the way I'm going to afford it. And it really hurt in my head, like it really hit a nerve. Whereas like there's people out there that can literally just go buy like 5 of them right now, probably never even sit on them, just have a team like driving them around for a chance that maybe they're in this city and they want to go on it. It hurt me to think that there's people out there in that position and I may never even be able to buy one. I'm just building their dreams, okay? And that's when I realized, right, I have now maybe 20, 30K in the bank. I finished this apprenticeship and I looked around and I saw everyone else that had done the same thing. They were still working 9 to 5, maybe on 30K to 40K a year. And, you know, probably a bit more like round the waist, losing a bit of hair. And the thing is, they all told me as well, just get out, because if you get in now, you're gonna stay in it forever. And that really stuck with me. And I was just like, this is the time to make a change. I wasn't happy in my relationship. I wasn't happy like in the job. Like, yeah, sure, it was easy, but that was the thing. It was too easy. It was too comfortable. I wasn't being pushed when I knew that I had this more potential. So I looked at the cash sitting in the bank and I realized that for that to like grow and grow and grow and get to like the time I could buy a yacht with it, it isn't actually ever going to happen. Like if I want to like go and buy a house, if I want to go and buy a car, obviously that's going to take away from the fun. Like, yeah, sure, maybe I could have like 10, 20 million by the time I'm 50 by like stacking up the cash and investing it that way. But I'm not ever going to be making like 10 or 20 million a month. And I believe in every single one of you. Like I know every single one of you out there can do that, because I know some absolute idiots that are doing like 1 million a month. Sure, it comes with a lot of fucking hard work. It comes with like dedicating yourself to something, but every single person in the world is capable of that. It's more just having that oomph in you, having something about you to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna wake up and do the same thing that everyone else does today. I'm gonna go and make something for myself. Look at the cash that you've stacked up, realize that it's not gonna go and like make miracles by itself. Look at this. If you invested, let's say I had that 30K, all right? Let's say by the end of that year, I was able to go and make another 10K to save in there, and I had 40K by the end of that year, right, saved up. let's just call it 20% interest on that, like on the total sum, 40K, what's that, it would basically make it 50K, right, with another 8K added on. Let's say I managed to save up 50K. But let's say I had the 30K, I went and invested 5K into my skill set to be able to go and make 10K a month. Well, by the end of the year, I would have made myself 120K, probably then being able to put half of that away into the savings, that's 60K, without even going and like putting the extra interest on it. You've already made more. So if you did put another half away and it starts stacking up, well, you probably made 70, 80, right? And then not are you just in a position for the next year of stacking it up and waiting for the money to build up, you're then probably making 10, 20, 30,000 a month. And by the time, like before you know it, the money you're making a month is more than the money that's sitting in the savings had you just stayed in that job and just kept investing and playing the long game, okay? And trust me, you're all better than playing the long game, because if you just sit and wait around, someone else is going to take that opportunity when it could be you. Well, you have it to go and take the opportunities around you, because they're everywhere. Like remember, your grandparents, even your parents, didn't have all of these opportunities online, which is why it's not normal to see all these guys making money online. It's because it's a new thing. It's not because it's like all fake and it's a scam. It's because generally it's just not been possible before. So now it's possible. Bro, it would be rude for you to not go and get started, right? Whoever ancestors are probably up there, like, do the thing that's gonna get you to where you need to be, right? It's like if your life was that movie and you had like thousands of people watching this movie of you in this position right now, would they tell you stick to the stable, secure job, which sure, you might have a nice life, or would they tell you go and live your life like it's a movie and actually go and fucking do something, be someone, be different,